This is the spirit of ecstasy, coming to you with joy and happiness and health, health into your body and health into your soul. I'm coming to you with ideas of prosperity and abundance. I'm coming to lift you up into levels of higher acceptance and to bring out the law of attraction to where you can gain wealth and riches and money and abundance. But are you repelling those from your life? That's what I need to ask you. Are you repelling money? Are you repelling abundance? Now, you know, all abundance is not money. There's lots of things. There's land, there's cars, there's houses, there's a family, having a nice family. A lot of things which we would consider coming up under abundance. Good health is a good idea of abundance. It's a good aspect of abundance. And would you like to have good health? Would you like to have plenty of space to grow your family, to have your cows and horses if you have those? Would you like to have plenty of space to get out and do your bike riding, to ride your three-wheelers, to get out and do your hunting? Would you like to have plenty of space and plenty of room just to simply live, to have to be able to do hiking on your own land, fishing on your own land, have lakes and streams available? Would you like to be able to travel, to be able to take cruises, to be able to go to all parts of the world? How would you like all of those, to have all of those things begin to come more and more into your life? We need to get into the law of attraction and the law of abundance and begin to understand what these concepts means. And now there's one concept that is fundamental that all these things come under, and that's the law of acceptance, and that is your level of acceptance. And now, first thing we need to get under our belt from the law of acceptance and our level of acceptance is to realize that God contains all of these ideas and that He lives within us. That the infinite mind, the supreme being, however you refer to God, but whatever you refer to God as, He has an infinite mind and He is within you now. He has infinite power and He's within you now. An infinite joy and infinite ecstasy is within you now. God is there, and the infinite mind is there within your closer than consciousness to you, with all joy, peace, and happiness, and all abundance. But we will tend to repel it when we don't understand the law of attraction, when we don't understand how high we have to lift our acceptance. We don't understand how we have to continue to raise our awareness. And so let us get that idea of the coexistence of our I am being with the I am of God. It's all one I am. I am who I am, and God is within me as the I am, speaking to me, saying I am here with all my power and authority and all of my healing ability and a power to bring you abundance. Now, okay, OOO. That acronym stands for omnipresence, omniscience, and omnipotence. God is omnipresent. Acts 17:28 says, in Him we live and have our being. We live in infinite mind. Infinite mind is all around us. That means the ideas are all around us. But also, all the living parts within us, God lives in those too. Infinite mind is within every atom. That's what holds it together. Infinite mind is in every cell of our body. That's what keeps it operating correctly. We live and move and have our being and our biochemical nature, our mental nature, and our spiritual nature in infinite mind, in all creative ideas. So let us raise our level of acceptance to accept all of these creative ideas and all this infinite intelligence. And that will become a law of attraction. And our law of acceptance then raises itself to become the law of attraction. We are able to attract what we need to attract and what we desire in our life because we have accepted the truths which bring about that attraction. And then we need to realize that the acronym LOA, it stands for 6 basic things: level of acceptance, level of awareness, level of attraction, law of acceptance, law of awareness, and law of attraction. Now, the level of acceptance says that when you raise your awareness sufficiently, that becomes the law of attraction to you. And your level of awareness says when you raise your awareness to sufficient level, that becomes a law that the law then says, the law of awareness says, then you will become aware of all good things necessary to bring about peace and prosperity and wealth and abundance into your life. And the level of attraction says, according to the level of the level of the level of attraction says, according to the level of your raising of your awareness and your acceptance to the point of where you begin to attract all wealth and prosperity and health and all this into your life, then that becomes a law of ever increasing attraction. So we need to remember those three acronyms, 9 letters: OOO, COE, and LOA. And we want to learn how then to, when we learn these things, we'll learn how to stop repelling all of the wealth that is awaiting on us. There's an infinite amount of wealth awaiting on us, and all we have to do is learn how to stop repelling it. We know that by getting the idea in our mind of how much wealth there is out there, aids tremendously in us being able to begin to desire wealth. Sometimes there may be there may be wealth out there that we don't even realize is there. There may be people out there that are far more prosperous than even we can imagine. So what we need to do is always be concentrating on finding out everything we can about wealthy people, prosperous people, every form of prosperity, whether it's oil, diamonds, gold, business, stock market, every type of thing, jewels, great jewelry, all manners of real estate and property, and whether you are a stockbroker, a real estate investor, whether you make your millions in selling cattle or horses, or whether you make your millions in overseas trading and shipping and merchandise, all these forms of making money. We need to be aware of all of these. That's one of the steps in becoming wealthy ourselves, is to we need to subscribe to such magazines as Forbes and the Wall Street Journal, and the magazines such as the one I'm trying to think of that's also put out by the Wall Street Journal. I can't think of the name of it right now, but we need to become aware of the names of all of these magazines. Fortune's one also that's good. Investor's Business Daily, that's a good periodical. But all of these periodicals, such as this, here's one that's very good too. The Economist. That's a very good. We should read that cover to cover. We should read everything that it says in there about. Well, it has all the charts and all that, or all of the figures in the back of it, and it tells about everything that's going on in all the countries of the world, where they're making money, and how the money how everyone is going about distributing, how the money is being distributed in all the countries, and how the countries are growing in development. We need to be aware of what the United Nations is doing in all the countries. We need to be aware of who the leaders are of all the countries, and we need to be aware generally of all the transactions that are going on between the United States and other countries as far as world trade. Be aware of the world trade and the GATT agreement and all these kinds of things, and these will begin to make us increase our awareness to where all the riches are and where all the wealth is and where it's moving and how it's taking place. And this then will begin to cause us to lift our desires to begin to participate more and more in the making of the money ourselves. It'll begin to become an aspect of motivation to us. It'll begin to cause the sponge of our mind to draw in ideas for making money. It will begin to cause us to think of creative ideas of becoming an entrepreneur and setting up our own business. When we study lives, like one of the things you can read about in Forbes magazine uh, is about all of the leaders such as Bill Gates and the other leaders of the ones that have started the companies such as Microsoft and the ones that have started the companies such as IBM. You read a lot of that. You'd have to read a lot of that in history and all because all of that's been around a while. But the new companies like that are coming along, the new IPOs that are being brought forth, we'll read about all of those and we'll look for the new leaders. In short, we want to look for the new leaders of the future and look for the Popular Science is a good magazine to read, to look for the new developments of the future, to look for the new new types of computers that are coming out, look for the new types of and you could any kind of a futuristic magazine that you can find and read about the future of future of all of the new devices that are coming out, the new gadgets that are coming out, the new iPhones that are coming out, and the new things that Apple Computer is putting out, and keep yourself aware of all the new possibilities. If we keep ourselves aware of all the possibilities, then that will cause us then to be able to get our mind working in a creative avenue where we can begin to come up with creative ideas ourselves. And it's a matter of just getting our mind upon wealth ideas and getting our mind on in the channels of wealth and out of the channels of poverty. We need to come along here and say, I'm going to take out every idea of poverty, every idea of limitation, every idea of fear, every idea of lack of prosperity. Every time these thoughts come out to our mind, just say, uh, after all the money is just piling and piling and piling into my life. After all, the ideas are just coming to me a mile a minute. After all, anytime I go into meditation, I receive more ideas. Get alone in silence with the I am that is within you and ask for creative ideas. Get your journal out and say, infinite mind, tell me creative ideas for developing new products. Give me creative ideas for developing new businesses. Give me a creative idea for the entrepreneurial opportunities that are out there. Give me creative ideas about how I could go on with my computer and make money. Give me creative ideas for how I could demonstrate products on the internet. How I could network through the internet or through the computer, or how I could network through people on the telephone or visiting people and networking. How I can go and visit different businesses and become an agent to bring businesses together, an agent to bring real estate developers together, developers with real estate agents. How I can become an agent for any type of business, such as the oil business or any other cattle business, any kind of business that you can think of. How can I become an agent to bring these businesses together and make them more prosperous? How can I make the farms of the United States more prosperous? How can I come up with ways to make to grow better crops and to grow better food and provide more food for the world and for this country here? Get your mind running in all of these channels. Watch FNN, Financial News Network, and begin to think about all these things. And go on the internet and put it. Go on to YouTube and look up ideas of. Look up various companies on there and what it says about them. Look up ideas for making money, ideas for magnifying money into your life. Look up ideas for beginning to search for words like abundance and prosperity only in YouTube, and see what people are saying about abundance and prosperity, such as Abraham Hicks and Louise Hay and others like that. and that will get